In this video, you will learn how to personalize your Steam profile. To do that, we're going to take a look at how our profile currently appears. We simply need to click here. Let's take a look at our profile, and this is what I currently have. Here's my profile picture, this is my frame, and this is my background. You can see it has dynamic lighting, it has several effects, and overall, I really like the background. I don't really like my picture all that much, but it's still acceptable. And well, here you can see all the games you've played, the total time, and so forth. Now, to buy things for your profile, as it's truly where you have more settings, more freedom to get certain effects, all this, let's go to Store here. I'm not clicking, I just hovered the mouse, and let's go to the Point Store. Here in the Point Store is everything that might interest you. Also, keep in mind that every time you purchase a video game, a DLC, or anything else on Steam, you're going to be awarded certain points. And with these points, you can then use them to acquire certain, let's say, items for your profile. For example, here we have game profiles and other little things. These are the covers. This is a profile picture. Here we have the frames. Here we also have animations and other things. For example, if you're looking for something specific, here we have, for instance, avatars. There are animated avatars. We click on it to see what the avatars look like. They're quite curious. This one is very curious. This one is equally curious. You simply have to look for one that you personally like. We can click on it, or for example, we can click on See All. Here, we have several options of different styles. For instance, I bought that one, and we also have this other one. It's just a matter of finding one that truly appeals to you and perfectly matches your personality. Now, in my particular case, I want this one. It looks quite nice. There it is. And we can see that I currently have 15,000 points. This particular item costs me 3,000 points. So once I purchase it, I will only have 12,000 left. Keep in mind that some avatars or items are a bit more expensive and others are a bit more economical. In this case, they're all 3,000, but then there are more affordable alternatives. So, I think this was the one. We click on it, then we click to buy with points, and here you can equip it, but I'll move on to the next. Now, let's go back to selecting avatars, and here we have the frames. Let's see all the frames. Here we have several interesting options. I like this one, for example. We see more options. Some of them are quite simple. Then we have other interesting ones. For example, this one and other similar things. In my particular case, I really liked this specific one. I'll go ahead and click on it, and then I'll select the option to buy it for 2,000 points. I could equip it right here, but I'm going to proceed by clicking Next. So here we have the backgrounds, which is similar to the one I personally had, and for instance, these are just what we'd call static backgrounds. They don't possess any form of animation, it's simply the drawing itself, and that's the extent of it. But here we have the animated ones, but then they are a little more expensive. In fact, you'll notice that these cost 1,000, and those already cost 3,000. So keep that in mind. Here we have this one with the presidents, and we also have this other one that's really nice. It's from Once Human. It's very beautiful. And then we have this other one here, which is quite interesting, among other things. Then there's this one featuring capybaras, and many more options available. And right here, we've got another one, which is also looking pretty good. And finally, we have this other one. So all you really need to do is find one that you truly like. In my particular case, I found this one to be quite interesting. So we'll click on Buy with 2,000 points, and then we'll proceed to Next. Keep in mind, there are still many more options, and you simply need to explore. We even have several emoticons right here to send to our friends. Let's go back once more to Our Profile, then View Profile, and now we're going to click on Edit Profile. Let's go to Avatar, and here are all the avatars we've bought. This is the one I purchased recently. It looks good. And here we have the frames. I'll select this one. It goes quite well with this avatar. We click it, then we click on Save. There, we have it, and we'll keep scrolling down. For example, we have the background, which is the one we had previously. I had this one before. I also had this one, but I like this one much more. And then we click on Save. Alright, that's done. Let's go once more to take a look at our profile. We give it a click, and here is our profile. In fact, it looks quite lovely, and there we have it. And if you want to continue editing it, just click where it says Edit Profile and simply scroll down to see which one you prefer. For example, there is this theme, there is this other one, there is the effect. In this case, I like this one, so I'll click Save. We have the one for the mini profile. In my case, I haven't purchased anything for the mini profile, but even so, if I wish to, I can come right here. I'll head over to the points shop and search for mini profile items. And actually, right here on the main page, we really should have something available for the mini profile. But at this very moment, I'm not seeing it anywhere. In fact, here you can see the mini profile background. So, we have to look for one that really catches our eye. For example, it seems to me that this one is exactly like the one I have. So, I'll click to buy it for 2,000 points, and then I'll directly click Equip Now. Let's check out our profile here. It's not visible, obviously. We'll go to Edit Profile, to Mini Profile, and you'll see I've got it set up. And, well, you just need to go to the point store and add or put in money to buy several very interesting items. That's everything I've bought. And also, if you click right here, you're able to upload an image for your profile. Remember, it needs to have these specific measurements, and for the background, unfortunately, that's not possible. I'm leaving it here in its original size. And, well, remember that you can always view all the ones you own. And here, we also have a direct shortcut to the Steam Point store. Anyway, I would definitely recommend that you take your time and calmly check out what's new, what's currently available, and what might be most convenient for you to buy and so on, because it can be, let's just say, quite complicated to wait for such a long time. For example, here we have them when we initiate the big screen mode. And there they are. They are quite interesting, aren't they? For example, this one right here. It looks curious. We have this other one. And, for example, if we buy it, we equip it now. And it seems to me that I have to edit it directly here in this section, but that would be a completely different topic. And, well, in this way, you've now learned how to personalize your Steam profile. Remember, make sure to buy plenty of video games, maybe around $100 worth of games, so you can get even more points than I did to purchase everything that you might want. And that's all for this video.